Hey everybody, it's your anime pal Jonny here, back with another episode of Jonny Draws. Today we are drawing Chopper, and the focus on this one is backgrounds. Well, not really backgrounds, but I think it's important. I mainly bring this up because I tend to forget backgrounds, and that is an issue that I need to correct in my art journey at this point. I need to start focusing on incorporating more backgrounds so that it actually feels like the characters are in a living, breathing world. So that's the trap that a lot of artists fall into, I think, and present company included. Is you draw these fantastic characters, they look great, but then they're just in this white void that's your page, and it doesn't tell a story. It doesn't give us a sense of where this character is, who they are. It's just some random character, and that's fine. I mean, it definitely has its place, but if you want to tell a story, if you want to really draw people in, I think backgrounds are incredibly useful and necessary, because backgrounds, from a lot of other people said before, a lot of other great artists before, backgrounds themselves are a character. Setting is a character. So, like say Harry Potter, for example. If you read a Harry Potter book, Harry Potter in space, just a void, wouldn't be all that interesting. But suddenly you put him in Hogwarts, and now you got yourself a story, or at least a very compelling setting for one, something that can really entice you and draw you in. And that's one thing I think definitely is going to be on my list of things to do to correct going forward for me. Now, as far as for today, I used Krita again, and this time though I primarily used the charcoal pencil tool. I just really like the way it's expressed onto the screen. It really has a very rough look that I like. That's kind of, I guess, the style that I think I'm kind of going toward. And I just kind of I went from my sketch to all the way to the end to colors with it. And I just really like the way it came out. I mean, as far as for the level, it's definitely not like something that would be, on the One Piece show itself. But I think it definitely shows an improvement in my art level, just fiddling around with the tools in Krita today, but also focusing on creating a background for Chopper to interact with. The pose, I thought it would be kind of interesting to see him looking like he's serious and he's going on a mission or something, but it really, that cold forest background kind of really gives you that sense of adventure. And as far as for One Piece, that's one of my favorite arcs is Chopper's arc. So I thought that was a pretty good inspiration for the piece today. Now, as far as for drawing, I tried to lay in as much of the background, basic composition as I could, just so I can kind of get an idea of how to set Chopper. One of my struggles is perspective and really just setting the character into the world itself to make it feel like he belongs there. So it was great practice today doing that. I had a really good time, and I would definitely recommend other artists starting out to try and do the same. So don't just focus only on creating cute characters or cool looking characters. Put them into a world that can really get your viewers, your audience, immersed. Now, as far as for one of the big benefits too, is having that background really creates a sense of depth, and it makes the visual more interesting. I think it gives you just a lot more for your eyes to kind of feast on. And I even like a picture that's not as amazing as like some of the other artists out there. Like, it can even bring an amateur's art out. It can level up their work quite a bit, just adding that little bit of depth to create some visual interest. And it's just one thing that I think going forward, it's definitely going to be on my to-do list. Just try and focus more on adding interesting backgrounds to really create a story, and just to improve my drawing chops overall. Again, I recommend everybody who's starting out do the same. I think it'll definitely help you improve your work as well. Aside from that, not much else for me to say. So I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna speed up the video here, and we'll meet you back at the end. Alrighty, so that'll just about do it for today's episode. I really had a great time playing around with Krita again, and especially drawing Chopper. I really had a good time drawing him. This is actually the first time I drew him, so it was a fun experience. One other thing that I'm gonna try and do is try and draw characters that I just normally don't draw, and push myself out of my comfort zone, and I hope you do the same. So thanks again for watching, and have yourself a great one.